Hello, my name is Apostle Ely. Thank you so much for joining us on today. As above, so below, we're talking about Jupiterian energy. If those that do not know, my name is Apostle Ely. I'm the pastor and apostle of Apostolic Faith of Jesus Christ Incorporated, and my beliefs are deeply rooted in African tradition. Yes, it is. And I also want to say to all to my YouTube family, TikTok, this is a very powerful message that will help many of you guys. And once again, we want to say to each and every one of you guys, this is considered the month of February, where it's Black History, and I'm going to be dropping some knowledge. What's up, Minister Mario? What's up, Doll? What's up, Natasha Foster? What's up, Tattoo Unveiling and Karen O'Brien? And the GOAT, yes, Capricorn in the house, Pisces. All right, Kiera Cloud, Pisces. My Boaz, Pisces. Latadra, Taurus. Danielle, Aquarius. Y'all chiming in. Tattoo, what's up there? Augusta, Georgia. Georgia. Yes, baby. So thank you to each and every one of you guys. Let me tell y'all something. Happy Black History Month. That's why I had to come on here, because I got to get with it. You understand? And you know they don't care enough for sharing knowledge on TikTok. All right, what's up there, Curtis Watson, my Gemini? I am burning ancestors. Listen, guys, I have truly been doing a lot of conjure this morning. I have been like the type of work I've been. What's up, Shamari, my Cancer from Chicago? So that's why I wanted to really do it on YouTube, because I have a bigger platform, and the guidelines allow me to do this in a way that I don't have to curtail a lot of things I would have to do on TikTok. And I didn't want to be interrupted. I didn't want the tomfoolery. I wanted to be able to teach this and give you guys a better insight to the ATRs, and without sharing secrets of Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lukumi, Congo, and Palo, or any of the ATRs, but the foundation of things that you need to be aware of and things you need to be mindful of when it comes to that. What's up, Lamont? You all right now? He said he's going to get his reading in. All right. So I want y'all to understand that this is why I do what I do. And I hope that you, especially this month, quote unquote, every day of history is Black history, in my humble opinion, because there is no history without African people. Okay, so the beginning of civilization. Science is a mother. So when you think about spirituality and what we're going to talk about today, so I want to do this for my Christian buddies. If you did not know, these are the cards that I read from. These are the technology of the soul, 72 names of God. Thank you so much for being with us. Also, we want to say hello to Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Aquarius, Cancer, Capricorn, Leo, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Libra, and Virgo. Hello to each and every one. What's up there, Mary Brown? Follow me right on over here. That's what I appreciate about y'all, because some of y'all really here to learn. And those that have been watching and going to watch. Now, this right here, this going to be a nut clincher. And the reason why it's going to be that, because I want to deal with something that, because some of you already been initiated. Some of you guys have already taken certain plights. He's a Cancer. Let me write that down. Lamont is Cancer. Cancer for reading. Okay? Some of you guys already went down there, but this is really, really going to happen. I'll help you guys. And this gonna upset some people, and I'm gonna tell you why. And I'm more concerned about God's people than I am upset about the other people. Okay, they'll be all right. A lot of you guys are not going to be all right, because some things you're not aware of, and I'm going to make you aware of those things, and then how we can respect the practices and we can respect the promises that God or Spirit has for us, whether you in Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lukumi, Congo, and Palo. Then when you start walking in these ATRs or dealing with spiritual workers, then you can have a sober-minded approach, and you have realistic expectations, and you will be able to know what to look for and how to actually to grow in these ATRs effectively, and that you won't be wasting time, energy, and money. My goal in 2023 is to actually make sure that people are getting the most out of their practice, and that they are being realistic when they come. Let me tell y'all something. You can have the finest man, the finest woman poster on the gym, and looking at what you have the potential of becoming. But at the end of the day, sir and ma'am, Sabrina Leo reading. Okay, hold on. Y'all give me a moment now. So, Sabrina Leo. So when you think about when you walk in that gym, you still got to do the work. The machinery can be there, the trainers can be there, everything you need. They can have the sauna, they can have the pool, they can have the shower, they got everything you need. But at the end of the day, when you get into these ATR, do not forget the work that needs to be done must come from self, okay? Even though I assist you, you got to give the petition. Before I can even manifest, you got to make the petition. You also got to be consistent what you asking for, okay? Because when your energy change, your work change. You understand? So I need y'all to understand, I'm here for the love. I'm also here to give knowledge, wisdom, understanding. I teach universal laws. I do not teach my personal practices, because the only people that need to know what I practice is the people that are my clients and the people that I utilize those practices with. Other than that, universal laws, that's what my whole platform is about. Giving people the opportunity to make grown-up decisions and understanding at the end of the day, it's your life, okay? So I'm going to be dealing with some stuff today that is going to really help some of you guys out. Now, and you're going to understand, now if you're going to support Apostle Ely, this is what you supported. If you're going to be a part of my platform or be a God child of mine, a spiritual child, or a member of my church, or just somebody that wants to fellowship with me, this is what you need to know about Apostle Ely. I am about, and always will be about, the magic. Okay? Your personal preferences, what you going through, how you did it, who you like, don't like, that ain't got nothing. If I'm there to learn voodoo, that's what I'm there for. If I'm learning there to hoodoo, that's what I'm there. If I'm learning Obeah, Kabbalah, Mystic, Ajay, that's what I'm there for. All that other stuff, that's your journey, sir. Ma'am, and that's mine. You understand? So once again, I want to say hello to my madrina and my padrino and all of my brothers in Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Kumi, Congo, Palo, and Santeria, even my Christians, my pimps, and my hoes. Y'all know I got to get some salutations because I ain't always been on the up and up. So I wanted those that all my gutter bucket. Want to say hello to you because I was down in them trenches with you before. I have risen, took a bath, I'm clean now. All right. But I got tendencies. All right. So we're going to first start off. My subject is your business, my life. Okay? Your business, my life. Now, this is going to help a lot of you if you trying to grow. First of all, we're going to start with Acts, the 19th chapter, 24 through 28. Shango want to get out of his cage, and I ain't letting him out because I can't trust him when I'm not around. Okay? So, verse 24 said, for a certain man, hold on y'all, because it's hot in here and I forgot to turn the air on. Stop. Sit. Shango in there talking like he pay bills over here. My Lord. All right, I'm Bella Ann. Now, here we go. 24 said, and a certain man named Demetrius, a silversmith, which made silver shrines for Diana, brought no small gain unto the craftsmen, whom he called together with the workmen of like occupation or work, and said, sirs, ye know that by this craft we have our wealth. Moreover, ye see and hear that not alone at Ephesus, but almost throughout of all Asia, this Paul hath persuaded and turned away much people, saying, they be no gods which are made with hands. In other words, anything created with man hand ain't God. You understand? This is Paul out here teaching this. Verse 27 says, so that not only this craft is in danger to be set to naught, but also the temple of the great goddess Diana should be despised, and her magnificence shall be destroyed, whom all Asia and the world worship. And when they heard these sayings, they were full of wrath or anger, and cried out, saying, great is Diana of Ephesus. Right? Now, in the ATRs, just because somebody is a part of the ATRs, they not necessarily are about the Orishas. They're not necessarily about the Loas. They're not necessarily about the Impungos. They're not necessarily about hoodoo and Obeah. They're really there for the business, okay? I need y'all to understand that. Everybody that's in the ATRs, there are people that they're not concerned about the deity, the energy, the frequency, the vibration, or whatever it is that you may be into. What's up there, Minerva? Cheesecakes. Gemini from Chicago, Illinois. And y'all got to understand where I'm coming from. There is a business aspect to spirituality, but when the only motivation of that individual is the business, then you need to understand that it's about them making money. They were not concerned about the people getting healed. They were not concerned about the people getting delivered. They were not concerned about the people getting the real word. They were concerned about their occupation, how they made their money, how they were going to be able to do the things that they said. When people are blinded by business rather than the actual practice or the tradition, you're going to find them making decisions that are not in the best interest of the devotees or the people that follow that particular tradition or belief system. They're more concerned about the business aspect, and they are more than just one. Remember, this man was upset with Paul, not because Paul was not helping the people. He was upset with Paul because Paul was cutting into their money. I need y'all to understand this. This is not saying that nobody should be blessed with finances. That is not what this is about. This is about the true motivation of that particular individual or individuals. It doesn't matter if it's Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lukumi, Congo, none of that. Obeah, shamanism, witchery, sorcery, don't matter. When it comes to spirituality, and when you are looking for people and you say that you're trying to connect with people that are going to actually perform the work, these are the people that understand, yes, I got to be blessed, but also I'm here to do the will of the Loa, the will of the ancestor, the will of the Nkisi, the will of the Orisha, whomever that deity or spirit is. And y'all need to understand, in these traditions, there are certain people out here, they all about the business, okay? And they don't care if you don't ever get healed. They don't care if you don't ever find your husband, your wife. They don't care if you don't ever come out your dilemma. All they care about is making money, okay? I need y'all to get that. Now, the reason why this is important, because when you are trying to grow and you're trying to find somebody, and you need to understand representation. You need to understand whose heart is in this craft, whose heart is in the spiritual aspect, because all these other people, they were into the physical aspects, okay? Now, Pastor Ely, what are you trying to tell me? Are you trying to tell me that everybody that's selling me something, a spiritual supplies, ain't spiritual? Absolutely. I am telling you that you can go to a Botanica, which is running their business, and nobody in there is spiritual. They can't manifest, they can't activate any of those spiritual tools. That's what I'm telling you. There are other people that may not ever have a Botanica, but they know how to activate the tools by which they work with. Okay? People need to be in touch with the spirit, the energy, the ashe of whatever practice it is. And it should not be driven from the aspect of just solely making money. It should not just be solely business. Because then it has nothing to do with restoration, deliverance, or evolution of an individual. In these ATRs, since this is Black History Month, these are the same people that will make money off you and have no regards for your well-being. Okay? We are living in a society, we're living in a situation, especially us in the United States. Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us. That there are people and individuals out here that may not like you as your pigmentation, but they have no problem making money off of you. And they have no problem with selling you items that may be things that you believe in, but they have no service or activation in order for you to benefit off it. I want to talk about it. Because I'm out here and I'm not fit to allow as many as I can. I'm be like Harriet Tubman. If you know you're a slave, I can help you find freedom. If you feel like you're being served well and you feel like you good where you at, This ain't the live for you. My lives are for grown folks. My lives are for people that realize that something is going amiss when it comes to these spiritual practices. And I'm going to break it down to you. Why are you talking about Diana and the shrines and all that? What's up, Chris, Sagittarius for Philadelphia? Because I need you to understand business, and then I need you to understand the practice. People that practice spirituality will always be blessed. And they are going to move and operate in your best interest. People that run in a business, they are not going to care. One way they don't care if you buy too many candles. They don't care if you buy too many incense. They don't care if you buy stuff that ain't going to help you. Long as that cash register is ringing, they are cool with it. They're not going to really try to read you. They're not going to really try to figure out what's going on with you so they can guide you in the right direction, because they're running a business. Even though themselves, they may not even believe in nothing that they're selling. You don't believe that? People can literally be in an ATR and selling you products that they personally do not even believe in. Y'all don't believe that. I know it to be true. They don't believe it. They don't utilize it. You will not find it at their homes. You will not find it with their children. But they will sell it to you because it's a business to them. Okay? And you think that these people are selling you this stuff because they actually believe in these items. They don't. Now, I want to talk about something. We want to talk about a practice in the HRs, and especially in the States. And I want to explain something to you guys I'm going to first talk about, I should. 1 Samuel, the 5th chapter. Yeah, we're going to talk about this. To freedom. Much love. Now, 1 through 4. And I'm going to break this down so I don't care where you at, how long you been in this, or you just started. It's going to make sense when I get through. It says, 1 Samuel, the 5th chapter, and thank you for the cash app. 1 through 4. I know they're going to get mad, but I'm going to say it anyway. And the Philistines took the ark of God and brought it into Abzar and unto Ashdod. When the Philistines took the ark of God, they brought it into the house of Dagon and set it by Dagon. Okay? And when they of Ashdod arose early on tomorrow, behold, Dagon was falling upon his face to the earth before the ark of the Lord. And they took Dagon and set him in his place again. And when they arose early on tomorrow morning, behold, Dagon was falling upon his face to the ground before the ark of the Lord. And the head of Dagon and both palms of his hand were cut off by the threshold. Only the stump of Dagon was left to him. Therefore neither the priest of Dagon nor any that come into Dagon's house treaded on the threshold of Dagon in Ashdod unto this day. Now, I ain't gonna go to that other part. Now, Apostle, what are you saying? If you have a shrine, if you have an orisha, if you have a pot, if you have a warrior, if you have any of these things, and these are instruments, okay? And here is the ark of God being captured, but it was activated. It had guardian spirits. You don't want to have warriors. You don't want to have orishas that have no spirit, that it cannot defend itself. When the ark of God was placed inside the house or the shrine or the temple of another entity, another spirit, the power did not. Remember, there were no priests of the ark were there. There were no David. There were no king. All it was sitting in the house of Dagon was the actual shrine. The actual shrine, the actual orisha, the actual nganga of that particular faith. And that spirit that was in the ark of the covenant was powerful enough to defend itself all by itself. If you're going to get you an Orisha, if you're going to get you a warrior or warriors, or you're going to get you an Mpungo, or you're going to get a talisman, y'all got to understand, when you get those things for people that are actually serving with these entities or these spirits, then they're going to be activated. And that entity, I was telling my son, I said, when you get that, he asked me for something, and I was preparing it. And I said, when you get that, remember that particular object that I gave you has a fierce and a very strong energy with it. So he has to be careful how he utilizes it, because I leave the responsibility on him. He's older enough, you know how your daddy rock and roll and what type of spirits are with your dad. So my thing is, when you have an Orisha, and you should, because an Orisha is a divine being. Or if you have a Congo spirit, or if you have an ancestor altar, these things should be activated, and they should have the ability to defend themselves. Are y'all hearing me? Huh? Anytime that you got all these pots, and you got all these Orishas, huh? Or you got all these Ngangas, the entity, the spirit within itself should be able to defend its own house. And here is the Ark of the Covenant. Not only did the spirit of the Ark of the Covenant knock it down before it, then it turned around and cut not only the head off, but the arms. People should always know that you're not alone. People should know that your pot is not alone. People should know that your Orisha, when you got to defend your own pot and your own Orisha or your own house, there's a problem, sir. That means man hand made that. Because anything that God or spirit had to do, they are assigned to those objects and those items, and they will defend themselves. Huh? You mess with my ancestor altar, and they will. I ain't got to be present. I ain't got to know that you touched it. I ain't got to be around you. I ain't got to be at my church. But there are guardians. There are spirits that are there. What's up there, Madam May? Come on here, somebody. I want you to understand. Your business, but my life. You understand? You can run your business however you want to. But if your business is affecting my life, I got something to say about it. So here is the Ark of the Covenant. Now, the reason why I want to talk about this, because I want y'all to understand something. The Ark of the Covenant had three things in it. The golden pot that had manna in it. It had the rod of Aaron that had budded, and it also had the templates of the covenant. Okay, so this is universal. So all you Christians that say you don't believe in Palo Miambe, or you don't believe in the Orishas and all this other stuff, this is the same setup. In the ark, there were things that were consecrated by the priest, and they were in there, okay? And one of those were a golden pot that had manna. Manna is bread, heavenly bread. Bread represents provision. So in any pot or any working or any gree bag or any mojo bag, the ingredients represent the energy of the spirit, but it needs to be prepared by somebody that is in relationship with that said entity, spirit, or Orisha or Loa. So that spirit is telling them what to put into that particular item, right? So in the ark, they had the golden pot, which gold represents sun energy, and then the pot is the universe, and inside of that pot was manna, which represents God's universal provision, right? So wherever that ark was, provision was going to be made, okay? Then you had Aaron's rod that budded. Now this is what y'all don't know, and many of you have not studied this concept. So here's manna was in there, but Aaron's rod was made of almond wood, okay? Almond wood. And almond wood was the representation of Aaron's rod, was the representation of the Levites, which were the order of the priests. So now you got provision sitting in the Ark of the Covenant, and then you have the divine rights of Aaron that sits in there, which was the priesthood that was sitting on the inside of that ark. And now almond, I ain't gonna give y'all all of this, but I want you to understand, when it comes down to the almond wood was a powerful tree, and it is ruled by Saturn, Mercury, and Venus, I think, if I'm not mistaken. 3 planets operate with that tree. Okay? Trinity. So when you think about manifestation and you think about why certain things go into our pots or our cauldrons or our these things, because they all represent something, but they're representation from a person or an individual that was consecrated to perform those works. Okay? Then the tablets of the covenant, which was the pact, the agreement. The agreement also set down in the ark. So in these ATRs, we make certain agreements with certain entities, certain spirits, certain ancestors, and so that is the pact or the agreement between them and the. So if you are somebody's working with you or trying to do spiritual work with you, that they don't even have an agreement with the spirit world like that, how they gonna manifest? If there's no spirit there working with them and agreed to work with them, whatever that spirit may be, then what type of agreement can they actually hold to an individual? See, when there's certain things going on, I can go back to the spirits that I have a pact with or an agreement with. This is why, and when it comes down to the Mosaic belief system, they say remind God of his word. See, what they're not telling you, if you're not in agreement, you're not in covenant, you're not in relationship, you're not married, you cannot remind God of anything. You cannot remind El Shaddai of anything when you're not in relationship with him. You cannot remind Oya anything when you're not in covenant with her. You cannot remind. See, a part of this that people are telling you that you can just go out here and talk to anybody's husband and wife and then tell them about a vow or commitment y'all never made with them. See, a part of manifestation is the relationship, the agreement that was made between you and that entity or spirit. So how you going to do hoodoo work and you don't have an agreement? How you going to do voodoo work and you don't have an agreement? How you going to do Obeah work and you don't have an agreement? How you, think about that. When you get in trouble, who can you remind? You said you were going to protect me. See, I have protectors. I have spirit that came with me in this life, and that is their responsibility. So when something is going on to me, they're in covenant with me. That's why this stuff is powerful. This is why this is important. You cannot just have people out there telling you, oh, go to Oshun. Do you have covenant with Oshun? Do you have covenant with Ezeli Dontor? Do you have covenant with Bozo? Do you have? Because if there's covenant, then there's a responsibility on both parties. See, when you sign an agreement on a credit card with MasterCard, then Visa can't come after you because you don't have a relationship, you don't have a covenant with them. That's why you better be called and chosen. Yes, sir, that's my elders. This is why I said, your business, my life. You can, if y'all don't understand what it is to be in a powerful relationship, a covenant. Happy feast day to your head, Arisha. Oh yeah, yes. Also, Mama Bridget in Voodoo. It is this is a very powerful day. Also, this is the day of Thursday, my power day. So yes, I am conjuring. I have been doing conjure work since this morning. I feel the energy. I feel the force. I feel the power of my spirits and my ancestors. And I ain't gonna lie, I've been putting what's happening on some people's ass on today. All today, you getting all fists of fury coming through this right here. Okay, so I want y'all to understand, when you are working with something, you got to remember there are elements that come along with your Orisha. And if that person does not have a covenant with that Orisha, if they are not a true priest. Now, the reason why I want to bring up about the priesthood, the reason why, because I want to show y'all here in 2 Samuel, the 6th chapter, 6 through 7. 2 Samuel, 6th chapter, 6 through 7. It says, and when they came to Nashon threshold, Uzziah put forth his hand to the ark of God and took hold of it, for the oxen shook it. Okay? In other words, this man saw that the way when the ox was pulling the ark of the covenant, which is Taurus, was pulling the ark of the covenant, it hit something, and he was trying to keep the ark from falling. He placed his hands. He was anointed to be a warrior. I want y'all to understand where I'm coming from. Verse 7, and say, I forgot to turn my do not disturb. And verse 7 says, and the anger of the Lord was kindled against Uzziah, and God smote him there for his error. And there he died by the ark of the covenant. Verse 8 says, and David was displeased because the Lord had made a breach upon Uzziah, and he called the name of that place Berezel Uzziah to this day. Now, let me explain something to y'all. The reason why God struck this man like he did, because he was not consecrated to touch the ark. Plain and simple. When something has been, that's why they call it sacred. When you are growing in your spiritual practices and you don't find your spiritual tools to be sacred, and people can just handle objects that your ancestors' energy is on, or your Orisha or your Loa has touched, and you your places where you have made sacred unto you and those spirits or spirits, if they don't defend you or that particular item or that place, then you don't have anything. Huh? When there's no fear of walking in your prayer room, when there's no fear of touching your pots or your warrior or your elekes, baby, you ain't got nothing. Huh? When there's no repercussion for touching your mojo bag, you, sir, ma'am, don't have anything. When you don't use your Bible to do conjure work, and anybody can touch your Bible and none of your spirits deal with them, you don't have nothing. Those things are supposed to be sacred between you and those particular spirits or deities or loas. And if anybody can just touch your working station, if anybody can just put their energy on the things that you have sacred toward between you and your ancestors or you and your workers, then you have nothing. Not only they're not afraid of putting their hands on you, they're also not afraid of putting your hands on your spiritual items. Sir and ma'am, on today, that is a problem. That is a problem. When my male lady don't have no fear of the anointing in my house, that's a problem. When the Spirit, if the Spirit did not do that, if God did not defend the Ark of the Covenant, because that particular individual was anointed to be a warrior, not a priest. For a lot of you guys that are getting out here in these ATR, you need to know what is in your bloodline and what you have been anointed and consecrated to do. Your hands ain't supposed to be on everything. And if your tata, your mambo, your hugon, your elder, your whomever, your priest, your high priest, whatever, your priestess, when they have consecrated certain things, jewelry or whatever for you, that ain't for your children. Y'all like to pass around spiritual items like y'all pass around medicine. I'm going to say that again. Y'all like to pass around spiritual items, sacred items, like you do medicine. That oil was consecrated for you, not your child. not your husband, not your wife, not your side piece. That bracelet was consecrated for you, the individual. That ring, whatever it is, whatever spiritual item. I hope that my idea of coming on today to teach you guys that in verse 6 through 8 said a guardian manifested with the pot, the shrine. They said, hey, say that. What's up there, love? Guys, we have to get back to the point where it's not about the dress up. I'm going to tell you right now, I would not be spending my money in these things if there was no spirit, there was no guardian, there was no protection, there was no provision. Many of you guys are out here doing the most for beads, and you're not concerned about relationship. One of the things I want to say to you guys is this. You have to have a prayer life to be effective. You have, yes, thank you, baby. Some of you guys, it is tax season, and you're going to spend your resources on everything than what you need. Do not complain about where your life is headed when you're not a good steward of any resources. When you are out here knowing the condition of your life and you keep trying to say, oh, you tired of this, you want better. I say to people all the time, you grown. The power of grown people is making decisions. Ain't nobody fit to be out here running behind you trying to get you to do what you need to do for you. Huh? I know that certain court dates are coming up. I start doing what I got to do. I know that certain due that bills are due on certain days. I start doing that. Nobody have to tell a grown man or woman what to do about their business. We too grown for that. 2023. Your business, my life. I'm not afraid for anybody not to make money. Like, I believe in the law of reciprocity. I believe in that. But what I don't believe in, that you just running a business and you don't believe in none of this stuff that you selling. And that the person that you are talking to thinks that you actually live this stuff and you don't. Huh? I actually believe in the Orishas. I actually believe in the Loas because I believe in the Most High. I believe that in Ola Damar. It's very easy for me to believe in Ola Damar. Before I ever called the name of Ola Damar, when I was saying El Shaddai, the Elohim, I've always believed in the supreme force of God. That means masculine, feminine, and Oregon energy. All this energy. A lot of these people, guys, they might be doing readings for you, but they don't even believe in their own readings. I'm going to say it again. There are people out here doing readings. I don't care what type of reading. That is so irrelevant. The idea that you don't even believe in what you say Spirit is saying, the idea that you will go against what you say Spirit is saying, it say everything I need to know. You don't even believe in it. You don't believe in tarot reading because if you read your cards and you had confidence, then you would move like it. When you got at least that when I do my readings, I actually believe in the voices that are speaking to me. Because when I'm in trouble, I trust them same voices. I trust them same unctions. I trust them same vibration. Those same frequencies. I'm not out here doing something that I personally don't believe in. I use these same cards for myself. I use these same cards for my children. I use these same cards for my members. That's because I believe in what I do. This is Kabbalah, baby, huh? This is Kabbalah. I believe in the tree of life. I understand Kabbalah. And I understand its energy and frequency. I'm not out here doing stuff just because it's a business of making money. I actually believe in this. Huh? When I tell you about the scorpion oil, I actually believe in it. It's not just business. And y'all, and you out here, y'all better pay attention. Because at the end of the day, that's all they doing. They're doing business. Huh? The reason why they can tell you all those sweet nothing, because they're doing business. All they got to do is convince you they care about you to make a sale. That's the top line and the bottom line. Okay? I have literally told people certain things that they could have went to another person. I have told people things that they were for to spend money with me, and I said, listen, you really need to spend that money because this is really what's going on in your life. I'm using myself as an example. I'm telling some of you right now that you need to be investing. And at the end of the day, I still ain't forcing you though. You should be doing certain things because you're grown. But there's concepts out here that y'all not understanding, that you don't understand how these pots work. You don't understand how these ngongas work. You don't understand how these mojo bags work. And you think that because you got something on you, that's all you got to do. You are the instrument. And if you don't know how to utilize your pots and what those objects inside of those pots symbolize, just like I'm breaking down what those the symbolization of the Ark of God, what those emblems in there, what they represented, and why it was so much power in that ark, and why so much provision was made for anybody that wherever the ark went, because that manna represented the universal provision of God. That's the Jehovah Jireh that was sitting inside. And so when you have certain, if you don't believe in the symbols, remember I used this example on the candle. Why burn this bayberry candle when you first don't believe in the bayberry? You don't understand its energy. You don't understand its frequency. And you also don't believe in the symbols by what is represented on the candle. And you don't believe and understand this, why it is green, what green represents. How you going to do magic for people? That's why they can just sell you these things. You don't know if you need 1 color, 2 color, 3 color, or 7 color. You don't know if you need 3 candles, 9 candles, or 12 candles. You don't know, and neither do you ask. Because it's a business. Do you need to cleanse 3 days, 6 days, 7 days, 9 days, 12 days? Like, what's going on? Your reading should mean something to you. You should just not be getting a reading. You should be saying, okay, now that I know what's going on, this is the move I'm going to make. Personal accountability and responsibility of moving forward in 2023. I told y'all, I ain't here for the captain. I do realize that some of these people, hey, if all you is a supply company, that's fine. Because when I go in, I treat myself like a mechanic. A mechanic that know how to fix cars can go to any of these supply chain and get what he or she needs. Any spiritual person that understands magic, they got their own gift, their own spirits that work with them, they can work in these ATRs. Because they know what to look for, they know what to apply, they understand the energy, they understand the frequency, they know how to manifest. That's what some of y'all problem is. Some of y'all out here going crazy, and when you get into some of these ATRs, you're going to be so disappointed. Because you're going to think because you got that pot that everything going to be all right. You're going to think because you got that nganga that everything going to be all right. And that is not how this works. You have to drive that nganga. You have to drive that orisha. You got to understand what that is, how that works, and how to manifest it in your life. Or all you got, baby, is the same thing that most of these Christians got, is a Bible and an attitude. Then I want to share y'all this. The Ark of the Covenant is in Dagon's house. But this is what y'all understand about different entities and different spirits. Dagon is the god of crop and fertility, or grain. Dagon represents the grain and the fish, which is a symbol of fertility and multiplying. Now, Dagon represents this, right? Then you got the Ark of the Covenant that represents provision. Dagon represent multiplying. You got, I don't get readings just to have fun or for, it don't apply. I'm trying to get my mojo. I know that's right. I love that response right there. This is why this stuff is important. There are so many people that will gonna watch this for the first time and they just get into the ATR, and you need to be aware of this. Dagon was another type of entity or energy or frequency. Why are you selling somebody basically the same thing, just a different version? Minister Martin said, why keep getting readings when you ain't gonna put the work in? True. If you running a business, they're not gonna tell you that. But some of these people will sell you all kind of spiritual items, and they basically do the same thing. But if you don't know, and you don't know to ask, and you just around here going to different places that sell spiritual supplies, how do you not know what you have need of? That's why I told y'all when y'all go to my website, everyday life is sitting right there on there. Everything, anything that you're going through, there's something there that can attain that. And if you need something stronger or heavier, then all you got to do is get a consultation, and then we can do stronger work. Somebody was asking me, sent a message and asking me about what could they utilize to get money. Well, if you work with a Bayberry candle, Bayberry brings about money that are owed to you. Now, can I make it stronger than I have it on my website? Absolutely. But the initial instrument is already there. That's money owed to you by family, husband, wife, child support, lawsuit, from jobs, from businesses, from the state, from the federal. It don't matter. There's so many tools out there. But y'all, I teach all this stuff, and some of y'all still be asking the same question. But if you got to go up again, I have to make this stuff stronger. But there are basic instruments out there on my website that could tend to a lot, especially if you want to do it on your own. Because everybody don't want to get me to do it. Do we book a consultation for a mentorship or a beginner class? If you the consultation is for us to have our own personal insight. I always recommend consultation. If you want to get in my beginner class, I always tell people, watch my video so you can have an idea of my mentality. Because I don't do refunds. It's right on my website. And the reason why I don't do refund, because I put a lot into that. I work with your ancestors. So I put a lot of energy into my teaching and my classes. And I give out a lot of information. My thing is with people, you want to be a relationship. You want to be with somebody that you trust, so they know that you're serious. When certain people move certain ways with me, that lets me know that they are serious. The old people say, put your money where your mouth is. Because we idolize money so much, our resources lets me know how serious or dedicated you are. So, I want y'all to know that a part of you learning consultation, Shamari said consultations are great for knowing what car you are in. I know that's right, Shamari. Now, when you are trying to grow and develop in spirituality, the person that you are listening to and following, they have certain gifts and abilities or certain levels or spaces where they have certain knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Nobody knows it all. Nobody performs every ATR. That ain't true either. I'm in quite a few on, but I excel in other things because that's what I've been doing most of my life. Okay? But I want you guys to understand, know the difference between people out here just selling you stuff. They just selling you stuff. They don't care whether that stuff work or not. I care. I care about what I put out there. I care about what I teach. I care about how I do my readings. I care about what how people work with me. This is why I'm going the extra mile on today to give you guys a better insight of what's inside of some of these things and what they represent. And stop thinking because you got an Nganga or because you got an Orisha that you home free. If you don't know how to work that particular and understand those tools and those representations that are inside of those pots, baby, you ain't got nothing. If you don't understand the power up under that engine, you don't respect that V8 engine, you can get hurt. Because some of y'all done spent money and you actually got something that it is powerful, but you don't respect that V8 engine up under there, and you're going to mess around and get hurt, and can also hurt somebody or get somebody killed. Because if you are messing with a real conjurer, a real spiritualist, a real Tata, Mumbo, Hugon, a Mambo, or whomever, and the tools they're giving you are really activated and really charged, and you're not being responsible, that ain't good either. Because there's two sides of that coin. Also, guys, if you are a child of Ochosi, or you work with Amen, Amen also represents divine favor and approval and purity. That almond oil represents divine favor and approval. If you are really working with that energy, that ashe, then you should not be out here looking for approval, because you already got approval. When you have been accepted by that energy, what's higher than that? When you have been accepted by the ancestors, what's higher than that? When you have been accepted by the Impungos or the Lord, like what are you out here looking for? To all of you, that this is just a money thing to you, that's your business. But don't get in the lane with us that this is our life. This is our lifestyle. There are practitioners out here, this is their life. This is what they do. Rain, sleet, or snow. This is them. And y'all need to know the difference between somebody that's running business and this is their life. And respect them in their respected places. Okay? Let me go on here. Lamont, Cancer. Then we got Sabrina, Leo. If you really trying to learn, it'll speak for itself. If you really trying to win, it'll speak for itself. That's why those that support me, I appreciate them so much, because it allows me to get on here and be honest and be direct. So people, when they get certain things or they get certain packages and certain things, they'll start respecting that stuff and realize that's sacred. That come from a real Tata. That come from a real Mambo. That come from a real Hugon. Laverne says she went to the Caribbean store, purchased Carolina. I know what that's used for. And the cashier asked her what that was for. I was shocked because the particular store sells a lot of products for spiritual work. Yeah. I did explain happily. But it's the truth. And fortunate that you knew what you were looking for, because when I go into certain stores, it's so much conjure stuff in some of these grocery stores. It's like, oh Lord, thank you. I just feel like a kid in a candy store. You understand? But that's blessed that you know. But there's a lot of people that are out here selling people products. They don't even know how these things actually work, and they can sell you two things that do the same thing. But if you don't know no better, you just buying stuff. Where's Lamont? Just say I'm here so I know. And Sabrina, Leo. I felt like that was necessary to talk about it before I teach tonight. Are you here, Lamont? Cancer? They also do magic in those stores to make you spin. Yes. Yeah. My son got protection. He said he gonna spend just what he need to spend. Thank you, Apostle. Love you for your real. Definitely needed this today. Because that's my Capricorn. I appreciate you and Shadow. I appreciate you, Shadow Woods. I appreciate her for the introduction. Absolutely. It is so important. That's my Madrina. It is so important for people to understand when they get out here that there are a lot of people out here selling things, but we're not doing it for the same reason. And y'all can't get those misconstrued. Do not put those people in the same. There are people out here really, this is their life. All right, Lamont, I'm gonna get Lamont first, Cancer, and then I'm gonna get you Sabrina. All right. Let me burn this incense, and then I'm gonna read for my Cancer. You will be shocked of how many people out here making money off of these traditions, and they don't even know, they don't believe in this stuff, and they don't have no idea. And they think they taking your money, and they actually think you stupid. That's what's so sad about it. And we got to do better this year. We got to do better. I understand when I go to the liquor store why the liquor man don't know why I'm buying no goon liquor. I get that. But if I was buying it out of Botanica and they asked me why I'm buying it, I have a problem with that. That makes sense? Hear these words which I speak as I call to thee that which in the dark bring it to light of my eyes concerning Lamont the Cancer. Lamont the Cancer. Lamont the Cancer. Lamont the Cancer. That which is in the dark bring it to light of my eye. What is it that this Cancer needs to focus on? What is it that this Cancer needs to focus on? All right, Lamont Cancer. Those, if this is your first time, I do a 3-card spread. First card, shadow card. Middle card is what you're presently going on, and then your third card is your outcome card. Lamont Cancer. Your first shadow card comes up. I take being an angel messenger. I know that's right. Long range vision. Shadow comes up. It says, "Hey Resh Yud." It said, "I have the power of clear vision and foresight in every part of my life. The blindfolds are removed. I can see the full-grown tree within the newly planted seed. I can also grasp the cause and effect relationship that governs all reality. My life choices and actions are motivated by ultimate results, not monetary illusions. I can now also see more with my eyes, and I can perceive more through my mind's eye, and I feel more through my intuition." This is a very spiritual card coming up for Cancer, even in shadow. But this card right here, it has a lot. Lamont, this card right here talks about focusing on those things that are mature. This has a lot of maturity in this card. Being able to see the end at the beginning, because this card said that you can see the fully grown tree in the newly. That means that before your idea to ever take fruition, or you already could see the prosperity in it, or it coming to pass. This is talking about also blinders being removed, Cancer. This is a card that I would say, especially coming up for a Cancer, about the power of reflections, being able to gain the wisdom of things that you have reflected upon. And this card right here talks about the cause and effect of relationships. I love you back, love. Still struggling with your last name. And then your middle card, Cancer, comes up accountability. It said Mem Nun Kuf. It said, "With these letters, my impulse towards self-pity, retaliation, and revenge are swept away. I see that the victim mentality is the foundation of all these feelings. I replace that thinking with the understanding that I am the creator of all my own circumstance, and I know that what I have created I can change. Thus everything changes now." I really like this card coming up for you, Cancer, because this card, when I was telling you earlier about the maturity, but this is about understanding who you are, why you feel the way you feel, understanding your energy, your frequency. But this card right here says anything that you create, that anything that you have created that you do not like, you can also disassemble. This says as you take responsibility of your reality, you can make your reality whatever it wants. Understand, if you created the fantasy, you can tear it down. Do not. This also talks about being able to make sure that your mindset is not in a victim mentality. This is taking responsibility, puts you in the driver's seat, and also puts you in the creator seat. I would read Psalms 25 for this Cancer. And then your outcome card has to do with jealousy. It says, Chet He Va. It said, I ascend into the upper worlds to diminish the forces of darkness by my envious thought and jealous stares. By taking responsibility of my thoughts and action, I lessen the pain and the suffering in the world. This is such a grown-up reading for Lamont Cancer. This is basically, it appears to me in your reading, definitely putting down childish ways and tools and beliefs, and actually being an adult in these situations and taking responsibility for your thoughts is going to cause you to have a better outcome in your circumstance and situation. It just says that it lessens the pain and suffering in the world, which is your world. I really like this reading because whatever is going on in your life, it's like you're taking responsibility and accountability. And this means that the Bible talks about ruling your own spirit. You're going to have more of what you want this year than less than what you want. Based off of what I'm reading here, you're going to walk into more of the things that you desire than things that you do not desire. Based off of the level of maturity and discipline that you're operating in. Sabrina. Y'all over here having a love fest. Where's my Sabrina Leo? Sabrina. I think sometimes people be at work. Just let me know you're here before I start reading. Okay, got you. Okay. I'm going to burn. It is Thursday. Mental clarity. I'm all about that victory today. Whatever I got to do, how long I got to do, it's all right with me. I get blessed today, I'm going to go get some more gunpowder. I ain't playing. Here we go. Sabrina. Hear these words which I speak as I call to thee, that which in the dark bring to light of my eyes concerning Sabrina the Leo. Sabrina the Leo. Sabrina the Leo. Sabrina the Leo. That which is in the dark, bring it to the light of my eyes concerning Sabrina the Leo. Sabrina the Leo. What is it that Leo needs to focus on? What is it that this Leo needs to focus on? All right, my Leo. All right, Leo, Lioness. Your shadow card comes up. Stop fatal attractions. Leo. Yud, Yud, Yud. It says, I am the high priest, or in your case, priestess, in my temple of my own being. Through the power of this name, my soul is imbued with divine energy, and evil people are banished from my presence. This card is talking about taking authority. I do have some High John the Conqueror incense out there, but this card right here is a Psalm 25. This is about this shadow saying, understand the power within self. The Bible would say the kingdom of God is within you. This is the concept by which we are talking. This card is talking about taking authority. When you defend yours, you're going to defeat your enemy. Banish means to drive away, to cast away. This card talks about as you shine and move forward, you will drive evil people, people with evil intentions about you, out of your presence. Then your middle card. comes up. Order from chaos. This lets me know like there are certain people that are actually adamant about trying to cause afflict or harm or disgust. She said, I've been reading songs. Yep. That's what this energy is all about. It said, hey, Aleph, Aleph. It said, I know that harmony always underlines chaos. And with this name, balance, serenity are restored in 7 days of the week. Order emerges from chaos. Not only will my toast not fall on the butter side, it will not fall at all. For this card, they'll be coming up for a Leo. Leo rules the heart. Issues issues that you're dealing with, you would the ship will not shipwreck. This is more like a Psalm 27 as well, that when the enemy came to eat up my flesh, they stumbled and fell, but you won't fall. This is what this energy is telling me about your situation, that there are things that are going on, but when this card shows up, that means something is going to work out really quickly. It says something being restored back to you in 7 days. So something shortly, something appears like it's off, or I don't believe in losing anything. I suffer no loss, but there's something being restored or reconciled to you, and it happened through some type of chaos, some misunderstanding. But this card right here saying things are going to work out shortly. And then your outcome card comes up, the big picture. It says Aleph Nun Yud. It says this name raises my awareness of long-term effects of all my actions, and I gain the ability to see the spiritual challenge in every moment before they become the foundation of chaos and crisis. Think about your line of read. This is so important that you are aware of that. These are spiritual challenges. You're well within your ability to resolve these issues. It also talks about nipping stuff at the bud, because it talks about certain chaos and crisis. You don't want things to get out of control. As a lion, you got to pounce. You got to walk in your authority. You have to be direct about your issue, about stuff. And I'm going to say this because it's what Sharon. Do not talk, beat around the bush. Do not, whatever's going on right now, they're saying, do not beat around the bush. Be direct, be straight up, straightforward. It'll keep stuff from getting out of control and people talking about they misunderstand. Thank you, Lamont. Now, what I am going to say, there are different type of readings that we all, and I hear in this, and there are different type of readings that we charge for different things, right? I want y'all to be aware of something about me. I'm not speaking for nobody else. I'm not speaking for no other tradition, nobody else practice. I was born with sight. I was born with a hearing ear and a seeing eye. That's what I was raised with. And yes, I love the cards. I love the cowrie shells. I love all this. I don't trust anything over what has been God given to me. Do I utilize other tools, other divinational sources? Yes, I do. But me personally, she said, you are on it, apostle. Me personally, I'm guided by divine spirits. Me personally, I am spoken to. Certain things are revealed to me, and that's how I operate. I love all these other divinational tools. So there are other people out here, they have to have divinational tools to do any type of reading. That's not me. When I'm in a church, I'm able to prophesy to people without cards. I'm able to be accurate. I'm what we, in some of the tradition, I would be called a medium. In the church world, Christian faith, we call them prophets. I'm a major. So I say that to say this. In business, people will have you doing all type of readings that are going to say the same thing. I'm going to say it again. People will have you doing all, just like when you go to the hospital or dog, they have you taking all the tests, all them tests. That's racking up money. There's only one truth. One truth. So it doesn't matter if somebody use tea leaves. It doesn't matter if somebody throw cards. It doesn't matter if somebody have vision or dreams. Your ancestors' spirit is still going to be speaking the same thing. If you're in search of a different answer other than what you have gotten from spirit, that means you're searching for a lie. And I'm not going to give you that. Okay? And any other spiritualist that wants to have longevity out here in these spiritual streets, they wouldn't lie to you either. Okay? So understand who you're dealing with. Understand why I do what I do. I have other stuff that I can do, other forms of divination, stuff like that. And I like that. But nothing tops what I was born with. Nothing precedes what God has given me, okay? It has never failed me. I'm 50 years old. I've been able to outsee most people. I've been able to be on top of things. And my level of accuracy has always been on point. So why would I trust something outside of self? And remember, when you're working with candles, this candle, if I work with this candle, I have to bring the power from self to this candle, make it alive. And so you're supposed to be practicing magic from within to without. Many of you guys are practicing magic from without to within. That is incorrect. I didn't learn anything new when I got readings from others. It was only confirmation of what you already told me. Okay? So if you learn up under me, I'm going to always teach you from within to without. Do not get upset with me. If this ain't what you're looking for, I'm telling you. I don't have, this is not a business. This is my life. Okay? Do I generate funds, revenue? Yes, I do. But this is my life. And this is what I love to do. And that's why I come on here and do it. And I want you to understand, I teach magic from within, without. And therefore, if you know that the magic starts within you, then you're going to be selective about how you utilize that energy or ashe, because you can know it'll affect your body. Am I not here doing dirty work 7 days a week? Because I know that it can affect my body and my well-being and my health. That's not spiritually smart. So a lot of this stuff that I share, it is for us, especially in February being they call it Black History Month. I want to give this gift that I gave today to all of you African Americans. Stop allowing people to sell you dreams. Any spiritual tool that you get from anywhere up under any tradition is no different than a rake, scuffle hoe, a lawnmower. You got to work it. If you're not going to work it, it's not going to serve you well. If it sits up in you, if you could buy a bow and arrow and you don't utilize it, it benefits you nothing. It can be used to protect, it can be used to hunt, it can be used for a lot of things. But if you're not working it, you ain't got nothing. Don't waste your time and money buying gym equipment when you're not going to work out. And the same advice I would give you when it comes to spiritual tools. If you're not going to do the work, then why are you buying the spiritual tool? Take your own spirituality seriously. Then you won't be wasting nobody's time, and therefore you won't let nobody waste your time. This is something that this is my life. I would jeopardize everything for this. And I have on many occasions. Because I believe in my spirits. I believe in what they share with me. I believe this is not a business for me. Okay? I'm not out here just selling stuff to be selling to make money. There are other people on here. You need to go find them people. You come to my live, you work with Apostle Ely, you about your business. You about doing your work. You about taking this wisdom, this knowledge and understanding. And guess what? Even taking what I'm giving to you for free will make your life so much better. Ask people questions. What does this do? Why do I need this? If you're going to sell me a higher grade of tire, explain to me why I need this tire over this other tire. If you're going to sell me this Yaki hair, explain to me what this hair going to do to me, what this other one won't do. Why do I need this bracelet over this bracelet? Or do I need both of these bracelets? And explain to me why. It's okay. And it should make sense. It should make sense. Madam May said, I am a testimony. I really want y'all to win in 2023. And I am giving tools, I am giving information, and people can't, if you take what I'm teaching you and do your study, you won't get played. And if you spend money in somebody's store, you doing that with the full awareness, they don't have a respect for you. They only want your dollar. And if you want to do that, that's your business. But at least you are aware. My home, my spiritual connections, my beautiful home, car, wreck, no injuries. Come on here. I really, really want y'all to understand why I'm doing what I'm doing. And I want y'all to take our time to stop letting people, because they want to make a dollar, rush you into things that you're not ready for that commitment. Do not get in Palo Miambe. Do not get into voodoo, especially Haitian voodoo. Do not get into Kabbalah, Masonic order, Eastern. Stop getting into things that you don't realize the relationship or the responsibility of that relationship. Don't get into stuff just looking at what you want out of it. It's reciprocity, reciprocation. Much is given, much gonna be required. The type of trials and stuff that I have to deal with is because I was given much. So I have to go through a lot. Do I like it? No. But hey, it come along with the territory. It's my life. This is business for a lot of you all. This ain't business for me. And there's some people that follow me. This is their life. This ain't business. They actually trying to learn them. So when they utilize their energy, their ashe, it makes everything. You were so accurate. Thank you so much, my Cancer. I appreciate it. Reading should help. Anything you get as a spiritual tool should make your life better, especially if that's your goal. Okay? She said, get that consultation and the work. Take the recommendations from his reading. Listen, when you win, I win. And I'm going to tell you why this makes good business sense if you're really going to follow somebody like me. It's more important for me for you to be victorious and for you to win, because then you become the testimony of my spirits, my ancestors, my Orishas. And therefore, they get the ashe and the karma, the good karma that comes along with the workings that I do. And they get help elevated. It's a win-win situation. I don't want you to lose. I don't want you to be ignorant. I don't want you to be. I don't want you out here just somebody just selling you, and you not getting nothing out. You just paying. You ain't getting nothing out of it. Because then that makes the Orishas look weak. That makes the Loas look weak. That makes Hoodoo look weak. And none of these ATRs are weak. They're all powerful. They really are. They are excellent sciences if they are applied and utilized correctly. Thank you, Shamar. She said, get that consultation. I've been trying to tell them. Madam Oshun said, I don't try to tell them. All right. So thank you. Minister Mario, son of Ochosi is, are we good? How can I book a consultation? All you have to do is go on my website and go to my website, because it's also in my description on my YouTube channel. It's right on there, and book one. And we can get started. Let me tell y'all something. Many of these people on here, these ain't like commercials. These ain't paid actors and actresses. These are people that actually done experience the products, my workings, my constant, how I flow. They are willfully grown people choosing to testify on a social media platform. That's how real this is. And If they can be this honest with you, and you grown enough to make a decision for you, then life gonna get better because you want it to get better. I can be as optimistic as I want to be, but at the end of the day, you got to want it more than I want. All right, there, Scorpio. I see them lips, Madam May. Mwah. Yes, we good, Apostle. Okay, thank you. I booked a consultation and let. Wait a minute. I booked for a consultation, so let me know when you're available. No rush. All right, Natasha. The products are amazing. I'm a witness. I got to get my Aquarius. And I'm going to do something special. Let me tell y'all something. And she didn't ask me to do this. Natasha is an Aquarius. And I'm a hard worker. And her dedication, her consistency, her application, and her continuation in her growth. Let me tell you something. That takes a lot. And this is what I want y'all to understand. Not only your ancestors are watching, my spirits are watching. Like, that's a lot of people don't realize. When you are going a certain day, eyes are on you. And when God go to elevating and promoting people and stuff like that, y'all be like, well, how did this happen? Because they're watching you, and I have so much mad respect for your level of consistency and commitment to your spirituality and your level of seriousness. This is the stuff that I try to call out to people, because this ain't something you gonna find in a book. This ain't something you gonna find on YouTube. It's either you got it or you don't. Either you in it or you not. And this is why I've been trying to tell you something. I can't make you do none of this. This is the stuff that I identify with when I see it in people. I don't care if you gay, straight, bi, rich, poor. If it's there, I call it what it is. If it ain't there, I call it what it is. Thank you, Apostle. It's a consistent work, but it's worth it each and every day. It really is. And I identify because I want other you guys to understand. It ain't just every now and then, in and out, part time. In order to start seeing the bigger payout for a lot of this stuff, it is that consistency. It really is. It's relationship and commitment. All right, guys, I got to get off it. I got to come back later on to this evening to teach this other stuff tonight. But I want to say once again, thank you to my Patreon family, to YouTube. If you just came in, go back to the beginning of this, get this teaching, join my classes, join my Patreon, and support Apostle Ely if you can. If you guys have not gotten the opportunity to support Minister Mario in his crowning, remember, all you have to do is Cash App. Some of you guys, if you're going to Cash App Apostle Ely, make sure that you put on crowning of Achosi. If you want to personally send a Cash App to Minister Mario in support of his crowning effort and ceremony, Minister Mario, son of Achosi, post your Cash App. So if you want to send it to me, you have to put in there, because you send it to me and you don't put crowning of Achosi, it's going in the church account and I'm going to use it for spiritual purposes. But if you want that income or whatever Cash App to go towards his crowning, it is a very costly. One of the animals we have is like almost $2,000, just one animal. We got to get a lot of animals. So any of you guys, yes. If any of you guys want to support that, and like I said, he's going to be in a while, so if you can't do it today, you can do it tomorrow, you can do it whatever. We appreciate anything that you guys contribute towards that. There it is. He posted it up there. $ Mario Dawkins. If you decide and you want to be a blessing to him and to help umbrella some of the expenses for him, please do so. He is a tremendous support in my ministry. He's somebody that has not backstabbed me over the 11 years that he's been around me. Even through some of his initiations, he's never disrespected me and my authority. No matter how many other famous people that we have encountered, he has never sold me out. Basically. So that you can't find that at the mall. And trust me, I stay at the mall. Certain characteristics and certain things ain't at the mall, and it ain't on eBay or Amazon. Okay, So thank you so much. Much love to many of you guys. Don't forget, he posted it up there, $ Mario Dawkins. All right. I'm going to go and see about Shango because he is upset with me because I won't let him free. Shamar said, I got you, Minister Mario. And that is not for Minister Mario to eat. It's for his crowning. All right. Much love to y'all.